Truth at last, we're going to be talking about so many things. Life, money, we're going to be discussing about relationships, religion.
Someone did you wrong. Instead of going to talk to them, you
to
go
their
and
friends.
talk about them. You tell your mom, you tell your uncle, you tell the whole community, and you haven't even said a word to them. And then now it's harder for you to forgive this person because of how everybody knows.
If you're searching for problems, you're gonna find it. Because mentally you're already like, let me see what there is. So if you find something small, you're gonna run with it.
Because already your mind is blowing.
Exactly, your mind is looking for it. But
You're also on Tinder, right?
Tinder.
Sorry.
So guys, you can see where
Hello, everybody. My name is Douglas, and I'm here with a good friend, Mr.
Jeremy
Only Jeremy, or
Jeremy Kalimba.
yeah. So today we're gonna be. Today we're
Simba
happy.
Wakatia. What's your other name?
My other name is Douglas. Is my other name?
So you're Douglas squared.
No, Douglas squared.
Okay.
Or Douglas Junior. But yeah. So today we are on a podcast. The name of the podcast is Truth at Last. We're going to be talking about so many things. Life, we're going to be discussing about money. We're going to be discussing about relationships. We're going to be discussing about religion, and everything that you feel that you want to hear, you can just let us know and we'll touch it. But today, I just want to start with a friend of mine, Jeremy, and I want him to give us a small introduction about this amazing man. Where he was born, when did he move to Canada? Like before he moved to Canada, where was he? And we'll take it from there.
Yes, my name's Jeremy Kalimba. I was born in the 90s. And I'm East African.
No. East Africa is not a country.
No, I was starting with geography. I'm on the lower side of the equator. The longitude and latitude, you have to mention that stuff. So from Rwanda, then lived in Uganda for 6 years. Then I've been in Canada for 11 years now.
Jesus.
Yeah.
So when did you move to Canada?
Canada, I moved here 2012. So, yeah, 11 years ago.
11 years ago.
My math is good.
Do you say difference? Like, do you say difference between Canada and Rwanda or Uganda? Is there a difference?
Yes, the life is different for sure. And but I don't know in what aspect.
Like in every aspect, like school, life, vibes, and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I left Uganda when I was still young, so I wasn't. I hadn't got. I was everything was above school and school, home, play soccer. That's it. So I didn't get to explore the adult life, as you would say.
So you never got an opportunity to adult, eh? Into adulting.
Guys, you can see the English is a problem, even in Canada.
English is not our mother tongue.
Yes.
So, but do you see a difference between the education system, for example, in Uganda or and here?
Definitely.
Like in what way?
I feel like they need to reimburse our school fees.
Eh?
Our school fees that we paid in Africa. Because of the things.
Like what? What do you mean?
Like, let's see. Parts of a fly.
Parts of?
You remember in science? They make you draw a fly. And they say parts of a fly. Head, thorax, abdomen. I don't know when I will use a fly in my life. Back home, they're learning parts of a fly. In Canada, you're learning how to fly.
How to fly.
So
I mean, but because like we did a few subjects, which, to be honest with you, I don't think they were really useful, because teaching us the first man in Uganda, Chintu or something like that, and I come to
Chintu and Nambi.
like those things were not really useful.
No.
Because I think also our education system is not really practical. Like the kind of stuff they teach us, they are not really helpful. And I think if you did social studies, you can understand that we spend most of the time studying about other countries more than we know our own. But I'm sure, because I've seen you using some of the things that you learned in primary school, so they've been helpful.
Well, first of all, for me, I didn't know it was called social studies. I thought it was social studies. Social. So I just learned that
social.
now. Social studies.
You thought it was social or social?
Social.
Jeez. But like primary
So-
school was really, I think the most important thing I did in primary school was English and math.
English was helpful, and I think some subjects like chemistry, it's everywhere you go, chemistry is chemistry, and if you're gonna be working in that field, it's useful. But social studies in Africa versus here,
I have a very bad trauma when it comes to chemistry, because I learned things that I didn't know. Like sodium nitrate, I didn't know how it looks like. But they're asking me, what is sodium nitrate and sodium chloride? What do you get? I didn't know how they look like. So I hated chemistry with all my life. And the funny thing that the teachers that teach chemistry, there's a way they look. There's a way they look. For them, there's something about chemistry teachers. So they don't motivate you to learn the subject. They make you even take the subject more.
Douglas, where did you school? Where did you education from?
So that's why I was like, you guy. But chemistry, man, the guy is teaching about the catalyst. Remember those?
The enzyme.
No. Was that chemistry or biology?
I don't know. We're confused. All those things, we call them science.
Science. So you did your high school here or back in
I
Ghana?
did high school here. So I left. I think I left Uganda right after my P7 PLE, right? Primary leaving exam. Yeah, that's when I left.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Because, and I'm sure there's a much bigger difference between high school in Africa and high school here, because we learn so many things, which some are useful and others are just garbage. Because you're learning. Okay, it's good to know the European history, but we don't know the African history.
Sir Samuel Baker.
But like for example, I was learning about the Canadian prairies and stuff like that, but I didn't know even what the things
How they look. Now you're in them.
Now I'm in them. So I think we need to focus more of helping our children
Yes.
to see the history more than they learn the history.
Yes.
So for you, because you moved here, you did your high school, everything. It's like most of your life, your adult life, what you call adult life,
Yes.
has been in this country.
In Canada.
Is it? What are some of the things that you appreciate about this nation?
Man, this nation gives you opportunity to do everything. Sometimes it's like you have access to everything that you need. You have access, right? Even if you want to go to school, you don't have the money. That's not the best advice, but you can take a loan. So I think like here, everything is within reach. So compared to back home, if you don't have school fees, I mean,
You can't.
you have to take time off and work and yeah.
But how about also like, because back home, work, like if you're in school, like in high school or even university, not many people have. There's not a thing of people working. Like many people, they're at home, they would do school. The parents give you money, or sometimes they're staying with their parents.
Yes.
But when you come to this nation, even as lower as high school, you start working.
Yes.
So and I think
At
it helps
16.
you. 16. In Uganda, 16. How can you work?
No.
You hate your
16, you're
parents with
eating
a passion.
musibatai.
Eh?
You're eating musibatai.
What's
and
that?
Sambusa.
How do you call masiwata in English?
Botai. There are some things in Uganda that, like musibatai.
What,
Is that spring rolls? Or
yeah, spring rolls.
Spring rolls.
It's because here actually, when it comes to like food, here we put on the Rolex, but back home
They eat
we eat the Rolex. But yeah, so the opportunities here are more, according to you,
Yeah.
and here you can become anything, right? That's what they used to tell us. But I don't know, maybe for you may not have realized, but many people who came here, for example, after university, the picture they had about Canada, it's like money was on the trees.
Yeah.
When you come here, things are going to change. And then they come here and see something else. Because life here is fast. In Africa, we're laid back, we're chilling, we're in good vibes. And, but how, like in terms of vibes, what, how is this place?
This place is nice. I mean, for me, I mean, I come from a Christian family.
Wow, okay.
So I'll just touch on that side.
Yeah.
Back home, I feel like spiritual life was easier to live than it is here.
What do you mean spiritual life was easier to live?
Yes, like I remember.
Temptations are less?
I don't know. I don't know what it is, but like I remember going to church 3 times a week. You know, they have the Bible study,
Deliverance service.
morning
tea.
glory,
Morning glory.
morning glory, and evening
Tea? Evening
No,
tea?
not evening.
Evening
Church.
No, sorry, evening service. Like there's a service going on.
Yeah.
So 3 times a week there's a
3
service
times a
going on.
week, yes.
And then it keeps you like. Did you used to go there willingly or you went there because
Willingly.
willingly? So what changed when you moved here?
So that's the life I was accustomed to. Then I moved here, and man, you have to find a job. You have to, even the culture here is different, right? Now you're in a new place. You wanna go explore, or even churches here is what, Sunday and Friday,
Yeah.
if they have
Churches
prayers.
They're not churches where they have services within the week.
I don't
Okay,
think
if
so.
there are services within the week, would you attend?
Yes, the thing is time now. So that saying of time is money really applies to this
But
Canada.
if we're being practical, and because all of us, young people, every person is telling you they're busy, but I think truth is, and if anyone has an objection, they can send us a message. I don't think people are busy.
We find
don't have-
excuses.
People don't have their priorities in
Yes,
place.
yes.
Because no matter how busy I am, if I really want to watch soccer, I'll create time.
Yes.
But when it comes to the things of God, we are full of excuses. God, I'm using a bus, but if you give me a car, I'll come to church every Sunday. You get a car, and the car makes you even more busier because you begin
You have to go to the car wash.
Car wash. You have to go road trip and stuff like that. But do you feel that your faith increased or decreased, or do you feel that you grew spiritually when you moved to this nation, or you feel that you backslid a bit? And be honest to the viewers who are watching,
Yeah, I'll
because
be
this is
honest.
truth at last.
Not saying faith decreased, but the not faith decreased, because faith is
Faith
faith is there, but what's the word? English disturbs me during the day.
But do you feel okay? Let me simplify.
It's less here, like your spiritual
Growth.
yes,
Or life is.
yes.
So you feel like spiritually you're stagnant, right?
No, I'm not stagnant.
Or are you
Plateau.
are you growing or not?
I'm growing, but I would say not at the rate
You're supposed to.
I was.
I was before. So
I was.
what are some of the things? Because there are people who are watching us, and maybe they need to know, because there's another person, for example, is planning to move to this nation.
Yes.
It's good for them to know, like, what are some of the things that, is it distraction? Is it that you're so busy now you don't have time for God? Like, there must be something that has made you to,
From what I've seen, that includes me too. Back home we're praying, God, if you give me this visa, you're fasting and praying, but once you're here,
point of contact.
life is, soft life. You don't want to, and that's how humans are wired, right? So the thing is, now everything is comfortable. You have a job. Even when you were here and you didn't have a job, you were praying for a job. But now that you have it, it's the norm, right? Everything is like, you feel like you're, this is how it should be. But back home, you have less, so you always, there's that hunger and thirst for more.
For more.
But here it's like, I'm comfortable. The people don't find that. You need to be. You need to dial in into yourself to really find and find. Douglas. The English. I said English disturbs me during
No, the rate at which you're going, the
velocity.
ambiguous spiritual words you're using right now are crazy. But let me tell you something. Let me ask you. So, do you feel like most of the things we are more looking to God for things more than we're looking for Him? Because from what you're saying, which is the truth,
Yes.
all of us in Africa, we're looking for either good health, or we're looking for money, or we're looking for jobs and stuff like that. Are those the only thing that we should be looking for in God? Or you feel that maybe, okay, because even now, when we have them, we still feel empty.
We still, yes.
If you talk to some of your friends here, they have a nice job, but they're not happy. But back home, they may not have the job, but they're happier.
Yeah.
So maybe the way we look at God should change. What do you think?
Yes, that's, I think most Christians, their life is just them going to God, give me this.
So
please.
the supermarket.
Yeah, God gives you, and then you go, you venture off, and then
you come back.
You come back. It's over. I need more.
But
I need the refill.
There's something I've been thinking about. Do you think Christianity is boring? Or being a born again, is it boring? Like, does it limit you from good vibes, or what do you think?
No. I mean, in this Western culture, that's what they call it, right? It's boring. It's for old people.
Christianity.
Hey.
Oh.
It's for old people. Or us, we are young.
We have to go and
We're
explore.
going to Chidura.
So we have to explore.
Party after party. Yeah. That's the song that describes the youth here. But you have to find sometimes, not the balance, but I mean, it's hard for youth, especially here in this
because
place,
the temptations are more.
Yeah.
They have money. Back in Uganda, you plan when you want to go out, you plan like 2 weeks in advance to look for the money and stuff like that. But here you're working, and back we're limited by parents because we live with our parents. Even the community people know
have
us, but here no curfew.
Yeah.
No one knows you here. So to hell, and it's very interesting because one of the things that we don't talk about because all of us are plastic. Jesus loves you. Oh my gosh, we are judgmental. That guy he was in a nightclub. He's not born again.
Yeah.
Hey, that guy, I saw him drinking. But we forget that even us who are at home, the kind of things that we do at home could be the same as the people that have gone to the clubs.
I mean, all sins are equal, right? There's something like that in the Bible.
All sins are equal.
Yes. So.
So you believe all sins are equal? Someone who has killed a person and someone who stole, they are equal? No, they said all sins are equal.
I think it's in the Bible, right? That saying.
All sins.
All sins are sins. So in God's eyes, they are all sins. But here on earth, they are not. Like, there are some that you have to pay for. Like, you kill someone, you're going to jail. But if you lie, it's we all sin, and sometimes the thing is, like, there are some small, they call them small sins.
There are small sins and there are big sins.
So the big ones, we call them crime. The small ones, we call them just my bad.
But maybe the other side that people don't know about you is that you're a musician. So what's the difference? Is it if you play instruments, you're a musician, or if you sing, then you're an artist? What's the difference?
That's a good one.
Because they told me musicians are people who play instruments.
Yes.
But artists are people that are into vocal abilities, sing and stuff like that. So what are you?
I'm a musician.
Oh, so what instrument do you play?
I play piano.
Oh my God!
Keyboard.
I've heard people say people who play piano, they need Jesus more than anyone else. No, that's what I was told, that people who play piano, they suffer from one thing. Do you know what they suffer from?
What?
In the church. They told me they suffer from lust. Is that true?
Lust?
Yeah, because...
Yeah, me, I suffer from fast.
No. I don't know. Because when you're playing piano, you have...
The view.
The view of every person who is coming in.
It's called bird's eye view.
Bird's
eye view.
Bird's
you know the
eye
eagle?
Yeah.
it's up there. So you can
So
see.
as you play the piano, you're seeing every person like, oh my, Susan is here today. Oh, Carol came. That's why, by the way, if you go and listen to many guys who play piano, sometimes they end up playing other keys. But like if we're because that's why we call it truth at last. If you're being honest before the people are watching you,
Yes.
what are some of the challenges that musicians face, especially in the church? Because I read somewhere that you should listen to the conversations from the musicians after they have led praise and worship. It's not even the kind of things they talk about is not church related. Is that true?
Those are many questions in one. So you asked what are the challenges?
Challenges, yeah.
The challenges. For me, a challenge is by the time we're in church, you play. Even after service is done, you're playing as people are. So even that Susan you're talking about, by the time you finish, she has left. So you find that musicians are single, but the ushers are getting married. So
for
the ushers, please this way. They
so
give you a pamphlet.
So
with
they
the
have their
number.
numbers and stuff like that. Eh?
Well, we'll come visit you.
Yeah. So for you don't get the opportunity to get in touch with them, you just you use
From
the
afar.
eye nutrition.
Eye nutrition.
But it's a good one, by the way.
That's it.
I never
That's,
saw it that
that's
way.
the challenge, especially in this age we're in.
So for you, you see her come in, but you also
The
see her
thing-
go out.
We don't even know who we're seeing. Sometimes you don't know what's out because me, I'm in the spirit on Sunday, so I don't know.
So when you're playing
I don't know. I don't know who is here or who is not here. You only see them when pastor comes to preach. And now you open your eyes. Hey.
this one also is there.
No, who is this? It's always the visitors.
But do you think there must be something? Because someone told me the truth is that, and I've listened to musicians. Once they are done playing instruments, their conversations they have are not church related. That's the truth. That's why this person told me most musicians suffer from, especially he told me this guy who plays the piano.
It's the
says,
drama.
The drummer for him he needs more grace. The drummer needs fasting and prayer, but the pianist they will suffer from one thing last.
No. It's. I mean it's all humans. It's all humans. So there's no way to justify that. But the thing about musicians that's different is, or one thing sometimes people think you just show up on a Sunday and play, but there goes so much time in preparation for even that 30 minutes praise and worship session. Because during the week, some of the songs are new, so you're learning on your behind closed doors, right? You come for rehearsals, probably Saturday, Sunday, and sometimes we're in church, but you're like, oh, what's the next song?
So your
There's
mind
so
is
many things in the head. What's the next song? What's the key? How are we transitioning? How are we? So sometimes we don't get the full experience
of the
like
church.
like if somebody's in the congregation,
They're
you're
seated. They're
you're
listening.
seated, you're worshiping. We're worshiping too, but
Your mind.
there's that
you're thinking
balance.
about
You can't just clock out here and just go in the spirit. You
So you can log out here and then you go to heaven.
yes, but you have to. Yeah, that was when I started. That was one of the challenges, right? Is you have to know, you have to be aware of the environment. Even sometimes the songs you rehearsed, you're not doing because things have shifted, right?
But what happens, Jeremy, if, for example, you're dating a girl and then you break up, right? And then as you're playing, you see her walk in, and then she'll be
I
like,
changed the key.
he changed the key.
I play minor chords only. Right?
But also the other thing I wanted to ask you, because truth be told, the church, the worship team, many times they struggle a lot. Not just people have voices, but they struggle a lot in different things, and it could be all of us struggle. worship, the worship team. There is because we're young. Many of these guys are young. The day before they're in the nightclub and then they come to lead people in worship. And I'm not saying every person, but the young people who are still growing into this thing. But how would you advise such a young person, for example? They know that tomorrow they're leading worship, and today they're in other things, right? Party after party. They're this because if we don't talk about these things, no one will talk about them. And it's good that I'm seated with you, who's someone who is a musician, very experienced. You have played for Kofi Olomide. You have played for Papa Wemba. You have played for.
I'm not that old. Who plays for Papa Wemba?
You told me you used to play for him. you have done shows after show after show after show.
Yes.
So what would you advise a person a worship leader or someone in the worship team when it comes to church matters? Like, how should they prepare? Because preparation is not you in the morning, you come early. It should be even before, right? From your experience, what do you think this young person should do?
Yeah, so sometimes young people, especially like here, there's lots of young people now. I mean, nowadays, I used to watch those music videos back then. It was guys in their 30s who know how to play music, right? But now you have these 14-year-olds, 16-year-olds. Since they were 4, they've been playing. So to them, it's, I'm just playing. And you're not spiritually mature to know what you're doing or why you're in that position. Am I just here to play and have fun, or being on the altar, right? It's something.
My God.
Yes.
My God. Go deeper, bro. Go. I hear you. Tell them.
Yeah, so you have to know, to understand your place, right? Like, I'm not just here to
your place in
back
God.
up the singers. You're part of, the choir, and you have to be in the right place. And that's I can't say we all think we're like, oh, if I don't go to the nightclub or this or that, I'm good to play on Sundays. But there's more. As I said earlier, there are small sins that we have that we just, those ones are okay. Yeah. But as long as I don't go to the club, those ones I can.
Okay, I can.
Yeah. But it means it's a continuous journey.
Yeah.
To be like, when we come to church, be in our right, not say right, we can't be perfect, but at least be prepared and be in our right state.
Make sure your heart is conditioned, because if anything,
and shampoo.
Yeah.
Condition.
But it's so, like, for you, Jeremy, are you as of now? I know for the little time I've known, got to know that you're still single. I know many guys are shy to talk about such things, but it's very important to talk about relationships.
Yeah.
So where are you at?
I don't like where this is going.
Well, what's your view about relationships?
I view them nicely. That's my view.
Do you believe that? Are you one of those guys? Because I've met some like musicians who are really intentional about God. They tell you that, for me right now, I cannot date. One of them told me that dating is the beginning of divorce. So that's what.
So if you don't date, you won't divorce.
Someone told me, if you're dating, that's what one of the musicians told me. Dating is the beginning of divorce. So said for him, this is a good friend of mine who is a musician.
Yes.
He does not date. He courts. You know what courting means? You're dating someone with an intention of marrying them.
Okay.
So that's what he was telling me. But it's different. Of course, it also depends on the character, it depends on the upbringing and stuff like that. But for you, what's your view of relationships?
These are intellectual questions.
No, because don't be shy. Whoever watch you.
Yes. Relationships, I mean, I don't have anything special to say about them. In general, I mean, anybody.
Are you single?
I'm single.
Are you available?
I will avail myself.
Because, there are two things. You can be single. You can be single and not alone. Or you can be dating and also feeling lonely.
I am single
And alone.
as single as possible.
You're single. You're single as possible.
ASAP. As single as
ASAP
possible.
meaning that you need someone ASAP or
No, like the acronym ASAP. As soon, not as soon as. Is as single.
as, because I thought ASAP means as soon as.
Now it's as
soon
single as possible.
Huh? As single as. Oh my God.
That's the new term.
Wow, that's interesting.
As
Yeah.
single. So if I say ASAP, it's, I'm single.
So I can say Jeremie's ASAP.
As single as possible.
Oh my God.
That's me. I'm just trying to focus. There are things that I would like to do or that require
Your
time,
your time.
and yes, and your.
So you don't have the time.
It's not about time.
Uh-huh.
It's not about. I think sometimes when you say you're single and people, it's like a red. Nowadays, red flags.
I've never understood that. Red
Red
flag,
flags.
green flag. Now there's a green flag. Someone told
Yeah.
me there's a green flag.
Me, I'm waiting for the yellow, so we can make a full traffic.
Or you can
light.
go through the light. But
This is a green flag, but it's only left only.
yeah,
left turn.
but you could be right.
Yeah, I mean, when the right,
Time,
yes, it's about time.
right time
you
or right
can-
person
Right person, right time.
at the right place.
At the yes, it's about right
If I
person.
find the right person, at the
So
right
if you
time,
meet her at the wrong place,
it can be a problem, my friend.
what's a wrong time? Show me a wrong place.
The wrong place, you may meet her in Winnipeg when you live in Vancouver. That's the wrong place. That means you live here. How are you going to? But
So
also,
you should only meet people in your vicinity.
vicinity. Yeah, that
That's
word.
wow.
Vicinity means what?
Write
Vicinity means place or what?
Surrounding. In
But
social studies.
do you know, by the way, do you know that also there's something I realized which has become, okay, it has become the norm in every business, in everywhere. Online stuff, online dating.
Yeah, that's
Like you date someone online, right? And one, it's cheaper. Two, there's no, what do you think about online dating?
yeah. Online dating is
Is it something you have done before?
not quite,
But it's something. It has,
yes.
Many
But the
times,
thing is, you have to. How do I say? Like you don't know.
You don't know.
you might be. Everybody online. How can you behave? How can you not behave well online? So you don't know who that person really is because it's online.
online, anyone can pretend and.
Yeah. Where are you? I'm at home.
But the person is
Yes.
somewhere. But girls are sharp
And-
these days. Do you know what they do?
So if you say, "Where are you?" I'm home, and you FaceTime me, now that's another problem.
No, but some girls are sharp because they know your house. You're at home sending me a photo right now of your chairs. So some guys have already taken the photos of the chairs.
They save them in an
They
album.
save them, yeah. So send me, shh. But now they
Jeremie'S chairs.
Yeah. So but now girls are smart. They say, okay, fine, go on TV and put this on TV. Put CNN and take a photo. You begin asking guys in the back, can you put in CNN and I take a photo?
Okay, but for me, right there, that's a problem, right?
That's
It's a
control.
Trust issues on day one. On day one.
Because some
So, yeah, that thing would work for people who are genuine with each other, right? And I've seen many people who do online dating, but for the most of the time, it doesn't work out.
why? Because
They will online date for 2 years, but then they meet 1 week.
the things are bad.
Yeah.
But
I
you-
thought you were like this.
But also, you can also be like in Vancouver and you feel like you're online. Because if you live in Surrey
Yes,
and someone
yeah.
lives in
This Vancouver.
North, you feel like actually
Yeah.
someone who is back in Africa, you see them more than
Yeah.
someone who is here.
Yeah.
You don't see this person,
Yes.
But
The,
for you,
the dating scenario now is different,
it's
right?
different. Eh?
Yeah,
What
back
is
home, we
making-
hear stories, the parents, we met through a friend,
Oh.
and they said, this woman is good. I think you make a good,
So no one here gives you
Partners.
passes?
but the passes, nobody knows. Like, back home, just you having a friend in common was enough.
Was enough to,
That I trust you. You
because of
recommend me
Jeremy.
this person.
Yeah. But here, someone recommends someone who they have already.
Hey, they're just trying to get rid of them. Let me recommend you this person.
So they are
so they
loading
can
off.
leave me. So I can be at peace.
Jeremy, you see where there's a girl I know, but they are looking for ways of how they can.
But I don't know her. But
Has it happened where a friend has introduced you to a girl and many times?
no. But I've seen it.
But Canada is very hard.
Somebody's passing you. Is passing you their leftovers.
Jesus Christ. Well, what is that? What are leftovers?
I don't know.
Yeah, but you know, it's one of the things that we were trying to do in this podcast is just talk about things that people don't talk about. Is for people to sit down and have very meaningful conversations.
Yes.
But at the same time, have fun. So I suggest that if you have any topic that you feel that you want us to talk about, please hit us up. You can get in touch with us. You can share. If you watch this message, share it with your friends, your girlfriends, your whatever it is. Make sure that every person is part of this family.
Yes.
Do you have any last words for any person?
No. Yeah, this I think this is the first.
Yeah, episode.
The first, yeah. So, I mean, this is Douglas's idea, and any feedback is welcome.
But you also on Tinder, right?
Tinder.
Sorry.
So, guys, you can see where.
Yeah, guys, don't follow us on Tinder, but you know, it's one of those things. Anyway, guys, have a beautiful day and
Follow
we'll
Douglas on
see you.
Tinder.
All the best. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Inspiring, motivational, mind building, so phenomenal, spiritualizing, talk, manifesting you. Truth at last.